The first thing we're going to do is come up a little bit further down from the top of the canvas, and we're going to make, okay, so everybody make that shape. A little bit longer. We're going to take the same color, and we're going to come, see how it's up and down? We're going to make that up and down. So it's that little triangle shape. Fill it in.
Why does it have to be pink?
It's the icing.
I don't like pink.
Oh, pink is nice.
I like pink either. Pink is the worst. I don't even have it on my hand. I hate it. Could I use a bigger brush?
Yeah, if you want, you can switch to your bigger brush and fill in that shape. Absolutely. We're gonna blend a little bit more pink on the upper edge toward the side. See how blending is going back and forth, and it's just adding a little bit of a darker pink around the top area there. Usually you put the icing on last, right?
Yeah.
Today we're doing it first.
Yeah. Yes, that's
Very strange. Very strange. Gonna get some blue with just a little drop of white. And right at the edge of the cake here, I'm going to make a line coming down like that.
All the way?
Stop right there. We're gonna give that line a friend right at the edge. Remember this little sliver right here? We're gonna come down parallel to the other line. And we're gonna close these two lines to make a shape by going with a curved line like that. And then you can make the curved line up here and fill this shape in with the blue. Now I'm going to try to use my little brush and go from left to right. It's not the biggest area, but if you go from left to right, you'll get the little streaks in there.
Can we use a big brush?
I would stick to your small brush for this one. If it's big, yes, you can switch to your big brush.
Yeah, mine's that.
We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to come down, but you want to end at the same level as your other side, okay? And close it with the circle, not the circle, the curve. And fill this side in.
My favorite dessert is probably ice cream.
My favorite dessert is eating a whole ice cream cake.
My favorite dessert is probably ice cream, either cotton candy or Reese's peanut butter cup.
My favorite dessert is chocolate cake with chocolate icing.
My favorite dessert is chocolate cake.
My favorite dessert is chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. My favorite dessert is chocolate cream ice cream. My favorite dessert is chocolate chip cookies. My favorite dessert is mint chocolate chip ice cream. My favorite dessert is my favorite brownie cake in the shape of a football. My favorite dessert is vanilla cake with vanilla ice cream. My favorite dessert is a giant black and white cookie. My favorite dessert is a sugar cookie.
A little bit of white with your whatever blue is left on your brush. From the inside part of these blue shapes, we're just going to add a little bit of white. You see how it's kind of curving in? And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You don't need tons of white for this, just a little bit. But you want to go down the inside line with a little curve. You can take more blue and curve in again from the outside line like this, just to blend it a little. Good job, everybody. Oh, I didn't think it turn off. It looks like everybody's here.
Do you need more white, Gabby? Do you need white?
Take orange. Take orange. Orange. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? A little bit of orange with a drop of white. We're going to start from the top here, this little corner, and we're going to go about that far down. Not all the way down to the end of the blue. Yep.
My blues are different.
You need to make your blues the same, so bring the other one down a little more, because otherwise your cake will look like somebody chopped part of it off. So
Can I use my big?
yeah, we're going to make a diagonal line from the end of our orange line right to the blue, and you're going to do the same thing on the other side, like a peace sign. So now we're going to take the same color. We're going to go a little bit down. We're going to make a diagonal line like this. And then a little line like that, so we have a little skinny area in between.
More like a stick man.
And then another one down here. And give that one a friend. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, but it has to match up with these lines. So start here and come here, start there and go there, start there and go there, there and there. See that? You're going to paint in above this. These little ones are going to be a stripe. So above it, we're going to paint this orange. And this side orange. And then the in-between. The in-between, what's that from? Stranger Things?
No, that's the upside down.
Oh, the upside down. Hey, it sounded like it. You knew what I meant. We're gonna just add a little white to our brush. And we're gonna make a line coming down in, you see this half of the cake, this half of the slice? So right here, I'm gonna make a little light orange line that comes down, and I'm just gonna put a lighter orange on this side of that line only. Tan, camera, tan with a little white. And we're gonna put fill in the little stripes. With the diarrhea. We're going to use whatever tan is left on there, and we're going to make the plate shape. So what shape is the plate? Right, it's just like the top of the cake, but this time we have to make it bigger so that it looks like the cake is on the oval. So what we're going to do is we're going to come from one side, out and around, and then close it on the other side. And then we're gonna fill in, watch, all the area around the cake. So I'm gonna outline my cake on the bottom only, and then fill in the plate with white and a little bit of the tan. Just, Hunter, just be careful when you get close to your cake. Make sure you're spreading the paint out so that it dries. Make it continue on the other side. And then I'm gonna go around my plate to protect it and switch to my big brush to fill it in. We're gonna take some green, just taking a tap of white, and we're gonna go make the top all around the cake with the green.
What is that from?
3 hours? You've been painting for like not even an hour.
Less than 5 minutes.
No. We've been painting for like 40 minutes.
It's almost an hour.
I know, because time flies when you're having fun.
When you're reading fun. When you're painting fun. Track. I'm on track.
Nope.
I'm on track. Oh wait,
Some of these look delicious and nutritious.
and then
The next thing we're gonna do while we have some green is get even more white. We're gonna get a really, really light green with our little brush. I just wanna let as many people catch up as I can.
it looks like a cake too.
What did the baby tomato say to the daddy tomato?
I don't know the bus.
Catch up. I don't know, I always ruin that joke.
Yep.
What do you call cheese that's not yours?
Nacho cheese. Nacho cheese.
Not found. Lettuce.
Somebody help help us from these jokes.
Son of all my jokes. Ruining my joke. Small brush, green with a little white. We want a light green this time. We're gonna put the little shadow on the plate. So we're gonna come from underneath the blue part on the left-hand side, and we're going to make a curve right to the end, and then outline the edge of the plate, and fill this in with light green. You don't want this green to be the same green as your wall. From this side of the cake, the left-hand side, right? We're gonna make a little line that's gonna come down like that and fill in just this little shape with that light green. That is the green shadow. It's kind of like an artistic shadow. It's not like the right color shadow, right?
The red is set to the orange. Negative.
Negative. Now we're gonna put the little cherries. One cherry is gonna be right here in this little corner. They're little circles. I don't even know if they're cherries. They could be like little candies. Strawberries.
Yes.
Then we're gonna work our way in a circle, but we're not gonna do the triangle shape. So I'm just gonna go around. Whoever's banging, please don't bang. It's distracting to the other painters.
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 We're making little strawberries.
We're going in a circle, right around. Okay, so I went from one side to the other. A very, very gentle, delicate line. What we're going to do with the black is we're going to go around the pink that we first painted. But you see how thin my line is? Go in between them when you're tracing or you're outlining your cake. If your cherries are safely inside, just go right around your pink. Okay, I'm also going to very gently outline my cherries. And I'm not doing the whole thing like one big circle. I'm being very gentle, and sometimes I'm not even finishing the circle. Nope.
My point, I don't have much space. My lines are getting really thick.
Okay, so press more gently. Actually, Hunter, that looks great. You're fine. But if you have thick lines, just remember, press gentle. And if you can't do it without your hand getting all wobbly, you can hold your wrist with your other hand because it steadies your painting hand, right? So you can go like this, and that makes you have less wobble. Sometimes when you press real gentle, your hand gets a little wobbly. So now we're gonna go, remember when we made the line that goes down where the cake is cut? So very gentle line, we're just gonna go right down that line with the black, right to from the top of the orange to where the orange ended. And we're gonna outline the bottom of the slice and the sides where the blue hits the cake.
So we're just basically outlining it.
Yeah, pretty much. You figured that out pretty quick. We're gonna outline the edge of our cake.
I knew it.
You knew it.
I just knew it.
He just knew it. When you know it, you know it.
When you don't know it, you don't.
You don't have to outline your shadow though. Remember that artsy green shadow we made? That we're gonna leave. But you are gonna outline your plate.
Why am I surprised?
And you are going to outline your line that splits the wall from the table.
You know.
Members, when you want to put just a little highlight, but you don't want it to be thick, what do we do? What is that called, that technique? Haley? Draw lightly, but who remembers what, Lucy? Dry brush. So what do we need to do for a dry brush technique, Hunter?
Make your brush really dry.
Make your brush dry, and then what do we do with the paint?
You wipe it on your towel.
Yes. So you take a little white and you tap it on your towel, and that will give you just a little bit of white left. And we're gonna put a little highlight on each of our cherries. So right at the top, we're just gonna brush on a dry brush right on the top of our cherries. If you run out of paint, just get some more and then go back in.
Dry brush.
But make sure you dry brush it. While you have the dry brush technique going, you can also put some dry brush highlights in the blue parts of the cake. Remember that inside where we did the highlights earlier, from the inside part? So you can just dry brush some more little.
That looks
It looks cool, right? It looks like the cake is round because we're doing a curved line with a highlight. So that gives it like a shine, which makes it look like it's going round. Like and subscribe. You can also dry brush some inside the orange.
Thank you. Please like and subscribe this video. Thank you.
We do a little pan down this aisle, so everybody just keep it on the easel.
Oh, everybody keep your paintings on the easel. Kayla's doing a special panning thing. Now when you're finished and you added all your highlights that you want to add, you know what to do. You're going to put your name on the bottom.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Haley, just
Okay.
tell Kayla your favorite dessert.
My favorite dessert is vanilla cake with vanilla ice cream.
And Owen.
My favorite dessert is a giant black and white cookie.
I can agree with
All
that.
right, and now back to painting.
Yes.
Take some white, a little bit of white with your whatever blue is left on your brush. From the inside part of these blue shapes, we're
Did they?
yeah.
I don't even remember.
Haley, just
Okay.
tell Kayla your favorite dessert.
My favorite dessert is vanilla cake with vanilla ice cream.
And Owen.
My favorite dessert is a giant black and white cookie.
I can agree with
All
that.
right, and now back to painting.
Yes.
Take some white, a little bit of white with your whatever blue is left on your brush. From the inside part of these blue shapes, we're
Did they?
yeah.
I don't even remember.
Haley, just
Okay.
tell Kayla your favorite dessert.
My favorite dessert is vanilla cake with vanilla ice cream.
And Owen.
My favorite dessert is a giant black and white cookie.
I can agree with
All
that.
right, and now back to painting.
Yes.
Take some white, a little bit of white with your whatever blue is left on your brush. From the inside part of these blue shapes,